And again, I want to make sure everyone knows this is an independent film, and we need to make sure we tell people about it. Word of mouth is what we need to do to make this a massive box office success. So please, next Friday, January 16th, make sure you tell everybody about Night Patrol. Make sure you purchase your tickets. But now, so we can talk a little bit more, get a little deeper into the conversation. There go the lights. So I want to welcome. Right now, they don't even want no intro, y'all. Do it. Oh, here we go. They said they don't need no intro. All right. Okay. Let's do it. We got director, co-writer Ryan Prows. And then we have actor RJ Cyler. Actor and rapper Freddie Gibbs. Actor Nicki Micheaux. What's going on? And actor Nick Gilly. What's going on? Let's go. Some chairs, all right?
We love you, Freddie.
All right. Actually, Ryan, you could go ahead and hold the mic. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you. In a world of original IPs, in the world of legacy IPs and reboots going on, I appreciate your creativity and your originality. I want to know, what the hell was the idea to spark this story?
Whoops. Myself and 3 other writers, 2 of which are here tonight, Shea Obana and Ted Cairo. Gibson could not be here because he lives in Vancouver. We all made a movie called Low Life together before this, and while we were on the festival circuit for that, we just started kind of kicking around like, what's the next thing we can do, and we really wanted to get into horror, and just asked ourselves, what's the scariest monster we can come up with, and landed on the LAPD.
Now, you know, going through this film, different things, I see so many kind of, like I see Menace to Society, I see a lot of inspiration from a lot of past films. Can you just tell us a little bit about some of your inspirations?
Yeah, for sure. We, I think, you know, there's this lineage of like LA cop films, Training Days. Somebody called this Training Night, which I like. And to watch. And then into, yeah, like you said, Menace, like the gang sort of real life, you know, films from that, and then we wanted to, if we could mix those like realistically and find like a common ground with those 2 stories, and then like freak it with vampires and make it something new and like a new way into it.
And then, you know, these vampires ain't no vampires I ever saw. When it came to their abilities, you just started throwing stuff up there. What was kind of the thought process when it came to that?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely, even from the writing stage, it was like, you know, that's the fun of vampire films, is you get to introduce, you know, the rules of vampire stuff and then play with it and you know, hopefully push it further and kind of bring your own spin on it. Obviously with the film, then we were really excited about, early on when we were doing research for it, stumbled onto an African folklore that was like a vampiric creature that had iron fangs, and we like took that and just ran with it and kind of, oh, there we go. And you know, like use that to kind of, you know, modernize it and make it feel like something fresh and different.
Definitely fresh and different, right? Y'all agree? RJ. So, Wazzy, man. Wazzy got a lot going on, man. I want to know, when you first read the script, what was it that really jumped out to you and made you have to be a part of the project?
Dang. Everything, I feel. I got to be, first of all, it's chocolatey. Second, I didn't die in this movie. I don't know if y'all know my movies, but I died in most of them. Ryan, Let Me Live, shout out to Big Rye. But also just...
We got two of two survived.
Yeah. I'm very excited about that. But the story was just fun, man. I always wanted to do a vampire movie, but you know, Blade wasn't being made again. So when I seen this one, I was like, oh crap, they actually taking some risk and jumps. You feel me? And plus to where the cops are the vampires, I ain't seen that yet. You feel me? And then just to throw that element of like Bloods and Crips, you feel me? It was just like colorful to play with. I like to have a very eccentric resume, if you will. And Ryan was really willing to let me play and bring Wiley into my own hands. So that was really dope.
And, you know, again, we're kind of seeing this surgence of Black people in horror, which is amazing to see. I want to know your thoughts just on kind of what that world looks like and how it's been opened up.
Oh yeah, we shout out first of all to Ryan Coogler for really putting us on the map in a big way when it comes to these type of extreme perspectives of Black people in horror movies. Because if you think about it, the Black experience is scary as shit, you know, for different reasons. But I like the fact that we got to have fun with it in this. You know, we all deal with trauma in different ways, but our community, we laugh at it mostly. So it was good that this movie wasn't so scary. I heard y'all laughing the whole time, which was good, you know. And I just think it's a place that we belong, you feel me? Another place in cinema that sometimes we forget about, you know, and we're forgetting. And so it's good to have a movie where it's ours, you feel me?
Yeah, for sure. I want to go over to Freddie. You knew he was coming. Mr. Cornelius. So I want to know, same question to you. What was it about this script that was like, yeah, I got to be a part?
I mean, I needed some work, nigga. Like, you can't just rap forever, nigga. You gotta do something, nigga. I'm 40 years old, nigga. They can't be just making raps and shit. So when niggas called me, said, be in a movie, let's be in a movie, nigga. We gotta do something. Now, I really love Ryan. You know, RJ, definitely one of my favorite actors. So when I saw he was attached to it, I was like, oh, I definitely gotta be in the movie with that nigga. And, you know, like RJ said, Ryan gave us the opportunity to have fun with it. You know, there's parts in the shit that'll gross you out, and there's parts in the shit that'll make you laugh and cry and things of that nature. You know, when Nicki died, I cried. I thought that was, you know, that was the saddest part of the fucking film. You know, but other than that, man, like I said, I was just glad to be a part of this project with Ryan. He really gave us a lot of runway to do what we wanted to do with the characters and show what we can do, man. So, you know, really big shouts out to him, man. And you know, you wrote a powerful story, man. It was funny as fuck, too.
So you said, gave you the freedom to kind of do what you want to do.
Yeah, you know, you ain't really have to take yourself too seriously on set, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you have to be serious with your shit and know your shit, but it's like, all right, once we got into the roles and really like got comfortable, it's like we kind of, you know, we made it our own thing. And, you know, we made it, you know, it was realistic. Like you said, like we was laughing at our own pain and that shit. So it was amazing to me, man. I'm just happy, I'm just blessed, you know, that God blessed me to be a part of this crew and this, you know, for sure.
So you creating this space, I want to know how much work went into, you know, learning all the mystical things, because you and your crew knew a lot about demons and how to move and how they move.
Niggas is literate, you know what I'm saying? Like we can read, you know. But niggas can read this fundamental, my nigga, you know what I mean? So, we just stuck to our shit, man, and really, like I said, really, you know, delved into the characters. The pamphlet was crazy. The bald head nigga in the pamphlet, I was like, what the fuck, man? Right, looked just like a nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm an Obi-Ifo. So it was, you know, that twist that they added to the story, man. You just credit it to Ryan and all the writers, man. They, you know, they really put that twist in there. It's definitely a unique vampire film. So, like I said, I appreciate being a part of it. You know, we need to run it back, if you ask me.
So, you know, we had the LAPD, we had gangs, we had vampires. However, Mama Zulu was the baddest. And before I get to Nicki, I heard in an interview that you said that you wrote this for her, and I want to know what the intention was before we get to Nicki.
I've been very fortunate to work with Nicki on, this is our third project now. She helped us out on our student film way back when, and we just formed a really great working bond. She's the best actor I've ever worked with. I don't know if you've seen our other movie, Low Life, but this character for her is just a complete 180, the most different version of her. So we were all, the writers, we were all really excited about, just knew Nicki could take what we had put there and run with it and come up with something that much more powerful and delivered maybe too much, I don't know.
Well, I took it very seriously.
You did, and I want to know, how did you go into the approach for the role? Excuse me.
Oh, I love the opportunity to be a badass without any excuses, just like, I'm gonna fuck you up, period, full stop. And I liked it because it just gave me just a license to, and I had, in Low Life, was the AFI film that I had gun training. So they had always been playing around with me and guns, and so it was just really, really fun. And I loved the Zulu. I had done my DNA, and I'm from the Zulu tribe. So I was like, yeah, I'm that bitch. And so I took it really seriously, like, we Zulu, and so I just had so much fun because it's so crazy. The movie's crazy. And to stay really grounded and true, I was like my thing that I hooked into. And then me and RJ, we look like kin. So I thought it was so much fun and all these really great people. And shout out to Jermaine. Jermaine was amazing to work with, and Jermaine did the blackening, very different character, horror. I mean, I was so excited with what Ryan had brought together because I was, was it 8 years in the making of this movie?
Yeah.
So I had watched the different iterations of who may be in the film, and I'm just so glad I still got to be in the movie. I'm so happy, so thank you. And y'all, thank you. Thank you, tell everybody, #Night Patrol.
I also want to, my quote, you say, we was put on this motherfucking earth to fry white Satan to a crisp.
Yep.
Good job, Ryan.
And I want to know.
It's like Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, right? Beautiful writing. I want to know those type
That's
of
a Shay
moments.
line. I know that was Shay area.
Those type of conversations, those type of scenes.
Yeah.
How did it feel? What do you think about it?
Well, you have to commit to the character. You have to commit to how she sees the world. So that became how I saw the world. And to me it is, I say Shakespeare like a joke because Shakespeare has this heightened language. I'm a huge Shakespeare fan. But the way you pull this stuff off in these Marvel movies is like truth. There can be no lie. It has to just be, you have to be 100% committed, 100% true. But that's why I was mad most of the movie, because he didn't understand how he was fucking up. Because... So for me, it was really exciting, and I'm happy how it came off. Because, I had a lot of interesting lines, But I'm glad y'all got it. It was fun. It was fun. Zulu.
Now, Nick. Captain Freeman. Again, to you, I want to know, why was it so important for you to be a part of this project?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. I'm going to answer the question, but there's a group here that I want to recognize. There's a group of people here who save lives in Los Angeles. There's a group of people for whom parts of the film weren't entirely a film, they're a documentary. They helped us. We helped Ryan with the film. Skip, could you just stand up for 1 second? Oh, yeah. So when Ryan first started with the script, there's a woman named Betty Day in Watts. Skip took us to meet Betty Day. If you know, you know. Also DC and the PJs and Hank and Donnie. Other ceasefire members are here. I see guys here. Thank you for saving lives in Los Angeles. When the national media talks about violence down in LA, they don't mention you all, so I want to make sure that I did. Thanks. For me, yeah. So what I loved about the film is it was, what I loved about the script when I read it, is it was unflinching in its full depiction of U.S. history towards black people. And I didn't say people of color or BIPOC because they didn't pick the cotton, to black people. And I love that because that message needs to be in art for that message to be fully understood. So even though it was hard for me to watch that level of violence depicted, I felt that it's important to show that. I also loved about the script that Ryan and Shay and the other writers used my ancient African science and wisdom to fight this completely accurate, malevolent, violent spirit that wanted to entirely exterminate my people. So, and they were smart. They were smart. They hit it with like my brother said, oh, I'm so sorry. It's an honor to be in this film with y'all. It's an honor. It's an honor. And also, you all, thank you for taking time out to come. And I've never seen this film with a majority black audience. It's a fucking world of difference. I don't know why every screening, actually, I do know why every screening wasn't like this, but thank you because I could feel the film and feel your energy in the film. But the other thing that I was gonna say is it just was important to me that that ancient tradition was in it as the ending hero of the film. So that's it.
I have another one for you, Nick. So, Wazi asked you, why is he protecting police officers? Why are you protecting police officers who are vampires? And your response is, I don't give a shit about black or white, it's about blue. Yeah. So I want to know, in that moment, is he speaking from fear, loyalty, or survival?
So, obviously the character has feelings that are different than mine. So what I did...
Love that disclaimer.
Yes and no, but because I used my rage. But what I did for this character is I looked at him as a person for whom hierarchy and power is all that matters. Humanity, mercy, all of that, that's just some side bet shit. It's all hierarchy, power, who's in charge, where does the power and the empire lie, and I want to side with that. And so I traced that. I gave him a eight generation bio going back to Yoruba king, who was selling his people as slaves and was betrayed by the British. And then I just had his father pass that heritage down to him. So my character is standing there saying what he and his people have been behaving according to for 8 generations. Yeah. We're the ones in charge. We should be in charge, and y'all are just field niggers.
Yeah, that's what I did. So I want to know from everyone, because again, so many different aspects of the film. I want to know behind the scenes, what was your favorite part filming? So I want to start with you, Nick, and then we can come down this way and we'll end with my
favorite aspect of filming?
Filming, yes.
Oh my God, I love it so much. So the funny part of it, because I don't say many funny things, but the funny part of it is when I first saw Wazi on set, he walked in and they had him, it looked like he was on stilts. He was like 10 feet tall and he had on the Zulu outfit and he had blood and a thing sticking out of his thing. And then we're outside the room and Ryan was like, do you want to take your gun in the interview room? I was like, fuck yeah, I want to take my gun in. This 9-foot nigga, are you fucking kidding me? So little things like that are fun. But honestly, my favorite part about being on set, I've known Ryan since 2010 on AFI, and seeing him finally get the money to do an impossible to fund script and be on set with all these actors and crew and people and making this film. It's like watching your boy actually get to do what he was born to do. And I just really enjoyed that.
For me, it's a lot of different elements. I feel, for one, Ryan let me do wire work in this movie. Thank you for that, Ryan. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie. I was tripping on the last day when we did wire work because I had the meanest wedgie. And so I let everybody on set have it. Like, give me about this shit right now. Don't get out my way, I'm gonna kick you. But also just oh yeah, Paulie, where you at? Oh yeah! But also just, the people that I got to work with, man, like everybody was definitely their own individual, and we shot all night, right? So that is when all of the crazy energy comes. You know, when you're exhausted and you get like this jittery child energy. Imagine a bunch of adults with that shit, and we gotta use it. And then Ryan has to kind of, hey guys, okay. Freddie, get off of the chandelier, come down. And just that bond of us being able to kind of be kids, man, and just create some shit real dope. You know, I just like that element for real.
Let me go.
Yes, sir.
Pete, all right. So, my favorite moment on set, well, it was a scary moment, for real. I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't even told nobody this shit yet. I thought that CM Punk was mad at me for real. So like for an hour, I was walking around that motherfucker like, it might be a real fight in this motherfucker with a wrestler, nigga. That ain't. Yeah, I'm not gonna win this shit. When we did the scene where I had to like shoot him when he was trying to get into an apartment, I had the gun and I swung that shit up, like, you remember? And it cut his hand for real. It was like cut, and he walked away like, fuck you, motherfucker. I was like, I said, damn, this motherfucker that got injured for real, and it's my fault. He gonna fuck me up, so you know. Yeah, and he's strong as fuck for real, because when he was throwing us around all that grass and shit, I was like, this WWF shit ain't fake. But that was probably my most memorable part of shooting, you know what I mean? With all the day I was scared as fuck, but it was cool though, man. It was a great time other than that.
You know, gosh, so many it was just really fun to shoot. I kind of like shooting nights because it's a little crazy. Everyone's a little trippy. I think probably the highlight for me in terms of just my work as an actor was the scene with RJ, the death scene. Was really, like, I felt like we really connected in that scene, and we came to work the next day, we're like, man, that scene! Because like you live for moments like that as an artist where you're able to drop into the world and nothing else exists but that moment. And if you get a camera capturing it, it's like, oh wow. And it was pretty crazy to do because horror has so many technical things with the blood, and then they were pulling my guts, so like the guy was pulling on a rope so I would know when that was pain. You know, so it's like pain and connection and blood and real. And the fact that we were able to do that, I was so excited. I was so excited about that scene, so I'm glad you cried.
I did cry.
Because that was a really beautiful moment. I can count moments like that as an actor, you know, probably on one hand, like when those moments where you drop into the zone like that on camera. It's amazing.
I mean, like we said, we have been trying to make this movie for like 8 years now, and we're taking the script around. Our producers, Keith Levine, David S. Goyer, they came on early, and the Phantom 4 team, and we kept just pushing the boulder up the hill. And the day, it wasn't even on set, it was just the day that we did the table read. I was like, well, it was like, okay, like, your dream is coming true right in front of you. And the fact that we got this cast, it was like, all that time, all pushing through that, it was like the right time to make the movie, and it all came together. And like, the fact that we got to shoot in LA, we shot in Pacoima, San Fernando Gardens. That community really put up with us because we were on their roofs at 4 a.m. setting lights up and whatever. It was tough, but it really was. The day that we did the table read, I just you couldn't. I knew we had something special, and we were gonna do it. So.
And then my last question, Ryan, is what do you want audiences to leave with after watching Night Patrol?
So much. I mean, it's like we've been talking about, it's a very necessary conversation to continue. It's not even us starting it, it's been going on, obviously, and it continues. And I mean, even what's happening every day now as well, is continued proof of that. So I hope that it, if nothing else, people can, feel the love of what we're trying to do, and that we put our heart into this, and we want people to just take that energy and continue the fight and the conversation and push forward.
Amazing. Put it up one more time. Night Patrol is in theaters next Friday, January 16th. Make sure you tell everybody, check it out. Let me catch one more time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for